Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Indian Captains. My name is Shoaib and today I'm going to be talking to you about your favorite ask topic all across social media, comments and your DMs always ask for how do you arrange the finances for your CPL? What are the sources? Where do I ask? How do I arrange? Can I be eligible for applying for the CPL with the funds that I have, my savings? A lot of doubts. Let's make it simple in today's video, so stay tuned for you to understand completely about the finances involved with CPL. First and foremost, I'm going to quickly run through about the amount that you would have to invest for your flight training. For your PPL, CPL, let's take it as commercial pilot license. Wherever you do it, approximately in current market scenario, in today's world, in India, we are charged somewhere around 25 lakhs to 40 lakhs depending upon flight schools. In abroad, it's going to take you anywhere between 30-40 lakhs again. So that I have already discussed in my video, Best Country for Flight Training. Make sure to check that out if you haven't. That amount is quite massive, right? And that is the most important factor where most of them can't pursue it as a career because of various financial reasons. So to make it easy for you how to arrange these funds is certain points that I'm going to say. Point number one is the most easiest or the most easily available option is your own savings or your parents' savings. So whatever the amount that your parents can afford or they have is going to make it very easy for your flight training. However, this is not the most go-to option that most pilots opt for. There's a big chunk of pilots who take the second option, which is nothing but a loan. So what's a loan? A loan is nothing but an amount that you take from a financial institution for a particular purpose. Here, you can take an educational loan. Yes, you heard that right. CPL courses is approved as an educational course in most of the nationalized banks. So nationalized banks meaning your State Bank of India, Canara Bank, all these are nationalized banks, and there are various other private institutions as well. So this course comes under the educational criteria. So what does that mean and how does that have an upper hand? So let's say after you process your loan and you ask for a particular amount, let's say 25-30 lakh for your CPL course, you will have to obviously furnish the documents for those, and after all of that they're going to need a particular tangible property or something called as a collateral for that particular amount, or as in if you are unable to repay back the loan, you will have that particular property or will be able to release that amount or is valuable for at least equivalent or more than that. So that is something that you will have to show, and only after that inspection, it takes time, guys. It takes sometimes 2 weeks, maybe a month for the loan to be released. However, what you need to keep in mind is the interest rate for all these particular procedure. Your educational loan, the only good thing being that is after you take the loan, you get time of 1 year post your course completion for you to start your repayment, which is the biggest plus. And also the percentage of the interest is somewhere around 9 to 11% depending upon banks, or even 13%. You'll have to check that out in the market. But there are certain financial institutions which are basically privately run. They are ready to offer even massive amounts. For example, if you go to nationalized banks, most of them offer 25 to 30 lakhs or maybe 35 lakhs, not more than that. But the financial institutions can even offer you 50 to 55 or even more than that. So if they are able to offer you that amount, there comes a catch with it, and that is the interest rate. The interest rates are massive. Let's say 17-18% is the interest rate, and your amounts will be massive. And from the time you remove the amount from your account for the particular process of training, your EMI will start, as in you have to start repaying from then. You do not get a holiday period where you can look for a job and then start repayment. So most students have this perception that okay, I get a loan and after I finish I start working and then I start repayment. It isn't like how it sounds. Absolutely right, because it sometimes takes time to get your job, and that time frame can mess around a lot of things in terms of how your repayment starts, and that can be a burden for you. So you have to plan well for that. So your education loan is the second option that you can opt for from any of the nationalized banks, and most of the banks have that facility. For those who do not actually know what this interest is all about, so that's basically a percentage of your total amount that you've taken is going to be charged to you for lending you that money, and that is going to be repaid along with that amount monthly basis. So for example, let's say you've taken 25 lakhs, and let's say you have to repay like 15 to 20,000 a month, and till you repay that amount, you would not believe for your eyes that at the end, when you repay the total amount, you would not have paid 20-25 lakhs. You would end up paying more than 30-35 lakhs if you take more time. So guys, do not get confused as to, okay, I'm going to take this amount, I'm going to repay it as soon as possible and get going. Yes, you can repay it after you get the job, definitely, but plan well. Applying for a scholarship. So if you have not seen my video where I spoke about how you can apply for your CPL scholarship through the central government, that's absolutely free of cost. So that's another way of funding your particular training. And apart from that, there are various social CSR or social responsibility of various firms that they are currently funding students who are looking to become pilots, but this is only on certain criteria that they match. For example, recently Honda came up with a particular requirement for the same, and there are various other organizations who can also fund you based on their criteria. So these are the 1 to 4 pointers that I needed to share with you as to how you can arrange the funds for your CPL. Please keep in mind, guys, this amount is massive, and at any given point of time, do not keep it in your head that you will complete it at the same amount. I always tell everybody that make sure you plan for more. Why? Because there can be various overheads such as weather delays, you need extra training for perfecting a particular skill. All of that is going to cost you extra money, and that will cause a lot of burden later if you're going if you're going on a very tight budget. So please plan for that until unless otherwise it's going to get very, very, very difficult. So keep that in mind, guys, and do not force if your parents can't afford it or are not able to take a loan. And even if they do, if it's going to get very difficult, I do not suggest you to take up the profession, because it's going to get even more tougher as the funds are going to get used day by day, and there's going to be a lot of outflow of money rather than inflow of money. And yes, the job will help you stabilize, but it's going to take you time and you got to be patient. So this is the biggest factor that most people get upset that they're not able to pursue. Do not worry, guys. Look at it as an option where you can try something else in aviation. You can be connected. You can try various roles in as a flight dispatcher, which is the so there will be a way. I mean, you can slowly climb up. There are people who I know have waited for close to 5 to 8 to 10 years to arrange for the funds all by themselves by working, and then they start off their career at the age of 30 or 35. So if they can do it, why not you? There's no excuse, guys. So please keep that in mind. Do not get disheartened if you're unable to arrange for funds. Plan, there will be a way. Look at it, and if at all, if it's still tough, see what best you can do. Keep working, keep collecting money. You never know how things will change, and if your fortune lies, you never know. If your fate guides you there, you are there. Right? So stay positive, guys, and this is a very important point. Please plan for your funds right from the day one when you're thinking to become a pilot. Keep that in mind, and I hope this will help you to make your process easier and release the stress and keep your shoulders a little lighter in the journey as a pilot. I hope you've understood how all of this works, how the financial thing works. If you guys need a more detailed video of how to apply for a loan, please hit that in the comments below. And if you have any other doubts, leave that down in the comments below. Do get in touch with us on our social media handles. We would be really glad to help you all. And if you have liked our video, please leave it a like, and if you haven't seen our previous videos, go check that out in our channel, and please give it a share if you think it's really helpful and if it's going to benefit someone. We're all here to help each other and grow as a pilot. If you have come so far, hit the subscribe button right now, and make sure to hit the bell notification to get our notification with the next video. So if you guys have any suggestions for a couple of videos, and if you think you have some doubts, leave that in the comments down below, and we would love to make a video on it. Till then, you take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.